from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Emotions and memories are sparking as flames take over an old school in Cheyenne, North Dakota. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Bain. Crews have been out since 11 this morning working to contain these flames that have destroyed the old Cheyenne school, but they are now letting it all burn. Someone walking saw smoke coming from the attic of the school, but even with multiple crews fighting to contain it, the building is a total loss. The mayor of Cheyenne said the school closed around 7 years ago, but a building attached to it called the Open Season Lodge and Event Center is still open. No one was inside the lodge at the time and no injuries have been reported. The lodge is dealing with heavy smoke damage but should be okay. The fire started in the attic where crews believe old wires sparked the flames. Crews plan to monitor the fire as it makes its way to the second floor and basement.
It makes me sick, and waking up every day going about your normal life, it's in the back of my mind constantly. But terrorism creates fear, and that's what they want, is for us to stop living our lives.
A community and country are on edge in wake of the San Bernardino shooting, with questions of gun control revolving around the act of terror. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood hears from both sides, those for gun control and against, and asks if either side sees a solution for the violent series of events our country has seen time and time again.
Thank you. Thank you. We want people to speak up, stand up, and fight with us. Whether it's out here holding a sign, writing a letter to the editor, spreading a message on Facebook, just help us out.
Jen Hoy just wants her voice to be heard loud and clear.
We're tired of the violent rhetoric, and the shootings gotta stop.
Along with a few other friendly protesters choosing to stand with Planned Parenthood amidst the gun violence seen nationwide.
The body counts are so high. And it's really sad that we have to talk about it in terms of how can we lower the body counts rather than why can't we just stop it.
But her biggest question for gun activists:
why are your guns more important than human life?
And Craig Rowe's response:
hopefully some changes will come about to get rid of what are soft targets, is what they are. And that's what bad guys and terrorists go after, is soft targets, because they know they can get in and do the damage they want, and in this case they got out again too.
Rowe teaches classes for those wanting to get a conceal and carry permit, and he admits he's seen a spike of interest this year in light of the attacks.
These types of shootings always increase that wondering if they should have some type of permit and firearm to protect themselves.
But is there a key to solve this major issue? Hoy isn't sure there's a quick fix.
I don't think there's an easy solution. I think there are lots of pieces to the puzzle that we need to look at and lots of little things that we need to do.
And Rowe agrees.
I don't see that any of the legislation being proposed is going to cause anything to change.
In Fargo, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Rowe adds that just in the last week, he has taken 4 calls from those expressing their interest in obtaining a conceal and carry license since the San Bernardino mass shooting. Meanwhile, there's been another report of a terror attack in London. A man stabbed 3 people at a tube station today before police subdued him with a stun gun and made an arrest. According to CNN, police said they are treating the stabbing as a terrorist incident. One man sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries, while 2 others suffered minor injuries. And today, ISIS leadership responded for the first time in the attack in California that left 14 dead and more than 20 wounded, while investigators continue to search for a link between the couple responsible and any known terror groups. In an online radio broadcast, ISIS called the couple supporters and hailed them as martyrs, but stopped short of claiming responsibility for the attack. Playoffs are finally here for the Bison, with the crowd to their advantage at the Fargo Dome as they take on Montana. Alex Egan joins us early with a look at the game. Alex?
Thanks, Krista. The first time these two met this season, it was a late touchdown giving Montana the win. This time, with the Fargo Dome crowd playing their part, the Bison get their redemption. Now, due to NCAA rules, I won't use my allotted video time here, but this is the score. A big win for the Bison to remain perfect in the FCS playoffs at the Fargo Dome. 37-6 the final. The Bison get 2 pick sixes and a 100-yard kick return touchdown. Like I said, we'll show you the highlights in just a bit, but it was a dominating win. We'll also hear from Coach Kleiman and show you what happened elsewhere in the FCS playoffs, in just a few minutes. Krista?
All right, thank you, Alex. We'll see you in a bit. And Bison tailgaters started the day off just right. It was nice and sunny out there this morning and pretty bearable. Robert Hahn joins us now for a closer look at what we can expect to feel tonight. Robert?
Yeah, it looks like another quiet night around the area. Right now, just a few clouds to deal with as we head through the overnight hours. Looks like parts of the area will have to deal with some patchy fog. Right now, temperatures mostly into the 30s, a touch cooler up in Langdon, 28 degrees there, 33 Devils Lake, 34 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Also 34 in Grand Forks, Valley City, Fergus Falls, and in Wadena. I mentioned the clouds, the thicker, higher clouds. Those continue to slide off towards the east. However, we will see a few clouds as we head through the overnight hours. And again, a chance for some patchy fog developing. It looks like the best chance for that will be along and east of the Red River Valley, but can't rule out a bit of fog just about anywhere across the region. Right now, radar-wise, showing a few echoes in our eastern counties, but none of that is reaching the ground. As we head through the evening hours here in Fargo, look for a quiet evening. Temperatures cooling on, off. Temperatures down into the lower 30s by 7 o'clock, right around 38 o'clock, and into the upper 80s by 9. We've got some quiet conditions as we head through much of the week, but we do have some snow to talk about in that 7-day forecast, and we'll get to that here in just a few minutes.
All residents made it out safely after a fire started in a retirement facility in Castleton. The fire was confined to just one apartment in the kitchen at the Castlewold Retirement Center. 19 residents were evacuated safely and moved to Central Cass schools to stay warm while crews worked to clear smoke from the building. They'll stay with family until Monday. There's about $35,000 worth of damages. And police say 2 missing teens that they've been looking for have been found safe. 16-year-old Angie White Lightning and 13-year-old Destiny Norquay were missing since November 28th. Police say they were found last night in Moorhead and thank everyone who provided tips to help find them. A reminder to be sure and catch 60 Minutes Sunday night on KX. Producers for 60 Minutes tell Valley News Live they'll profile the Andrew Sadek case in a story that looks at the world of drug informants. Sadek was an informant for a drug task force when he died. His body was found in the Red River with a bullet wound to the head and wearing a backpack full of rocks. Leslie Stahl will head up the reports on law enforcement's controversial use of young confidential informants in the war on drugs. The 2-part episode will air exclusively Sunday on KX4 in the Fargo-Moorhead Market. And the Happy Hooligans were honored in Fargo this morning with the 17th Air Force Outstanding Unit Award. It recognizes units that have distinguished themselves with successful involvement in combat operations and exposure to hostile actions by an opposing foreign force. Since the start of the global war on terrorism, about 2,600 North Dakota Air National Guard members have been mobilized, with 49 of those airmen deploying to multiple locations through 100% volunteerism in just the last year. 'Tis the season for a beautiful holiday family photo, and one group in Fargo is snapping them for free for those who may not be able to afford it, but want to capture the memories. It's called Help Portrait, and the mission is to empower photographers, editors, and organizers to use their skills to give back to their community. Photos were taken today, but if you missed out on the chance, photographers will be out tomorrow at 20 Below Coffee on Robert Street in downtown Fargo from noon until 4 p.m. And hundreds laced up their shoes and put on their Santa hats for the Jingle Bell Run. Run or walk. It was all for a great cause. From Santas to elves or those decked out in tutus, they all jingled their way to raise money for the millions of people affected by arthritis. New this year to the event is the evening showcase, which just got underway at the Cambria Inn and Suites in West Fargo. It includes highlights of the run, event honorees, wine tasting, and so much more. And remember, you can share with us any events you've got planned on our Facebook page. You can also follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the whole day. Later on Valley News Live at 6, why it's a good time to get your holiday shopping in this weekend.
Right now, we're dealing with some clouds overnight. We're going to be dealing with a little bit of fog. Tomorrow, another quiet day. More snow will be melting as we head through your Sunday, but more snow may be on the way. We'll detail all of that coming up right after this.